Hello people of YouTube. I am the person who just made the video to all the atheists in the world, and what I wanted to say was I said some things that people will find stupid as a reply comment, and one of the things was I asked someone to explain how we all came to be. Now there are two reasons why I asked these questions. One of them is because even if you're theist or atheist or any other thing, you cannot prove any of it is true. That's one reason why I questioned it, because the person I was asking, I wasn't sure if they believed or did not believe. It would really depend on the side you choose, if you're atheist or theist. Another reason would be because that question would make more sense in scientific matter and religious matter if you explained it as a Christian, of which I am, or Catholic, or any religion. But an atheist would probably say, if you believe in science, I'm just saying, this is, I forget whose theory, but they say that we were, the universe came to be by nothing exploding into something. This nothing created the whole universe, everything we see, everything we can't see, everything we believe we can see, and somehow all that came to be out of nowhere. Another thing would be it started millions of years ago, which is something else they cannot say is proven, what really wouldn't have anything to do with this subject right now. What that would mean is if you cannot prove that science is true, that we were created over millions of years ago, which would go with my second question, what is the purpose of life? Now the purpose of life is something no one can answer, because that is also a trick question. Depending on your religion too, the purpose of life. Everybody has a different view on the way of life, because everybody is different from one another. My view on life is that we come to make mistakes and learn from our mistakes and be chosen to be the ones who deserve to go to heaven. That's because I'm religious. I'm Christian. If you are an atheist, it would be something completely different. Another question I asked in the last one is, what happens when we die? Now that is a question that can be answered with a lot of things. We could have reincarnation, we could come back in any different shape, size, form, or anything that composed of matter. We come back as a tree, is what some people believe, which is, I believe, is completely absurd. My belief is that we all go to heaven after we die, or hell, depending on what kind of life you lived. And for all the atheists who I've been talking to, who have been trying to prove me wrong, I still have nothing to show that you are 100% true, and that everything you say can not be backfired by what I say, meaning that everything I say is right. Well, in a way. Now, I just got finished talking on YouTube about someone who is neutral on the opposition of a God or higher being / being atheist and not believing in any sort of higher power. He is afraid of the fact of heaven and hell. He is not 100% sure that, or she, I'm not 100% sure yet, if that person believes in a heaven or hell. Although, if hell is real, which I believe is true, that would mean that anybody who is atheist, and I'm not trying to be mean to atheist people by saying this, but what I believe is anybody who does not believe in God and does not choose to believe in God by the end of their life is going to hell, to burn up for 1,000 years or so until God has come back again to reborn us of our sins, take us all to heaven, the ones that deserve it, and the ones who do not believe in Him, who disbanded Him from their life and soul, will immediately go to hell, which is a dueling pit of fire where you will burn for all of eternity. And another thing about that would be, that's actually something I do not want anybody to happen, but I'm obviously going to get some comments on this saying you're stupid, or F you, or stuff like that. I'm not going to say the words, just at least leave a bad comment. Just state your opinion or suggest or anything, just at least don't tell me off. This is YouTube, and if you're going to be on my stuff and looking at my page or stuff, if you're going to say something bad, I'm just going to delete it, so there's really no point in it. And another thing, for that game, I was being a little sarcastic with it, with the whole money deal. One reason is because I was bored too, and that was actually something I shouldn't have said, but still, though, I have actually been getting a lot of messages on that whole opposition, and for those who've been asking, thank you for watching my video, and I hope the way I've answered it will help in any bit at all if you need anything to help with religion. For those who are also neutral, you feel free to ask me questions. Even atheists, feel free to ask your opposition. See if, what I believe, because you can't really understand one thing and not know about the other. That's why I've actually studied atheism too, the belief of not believing in a higher power. And this video has to be cut short, but thanks for the video watches, and keep putting comments or keep, add me, send me messages, do what you want, And again, one more time, since this is really important, I believe, if you have any questions at all, just feel free to ask the question, alright?